Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're talking about this right here. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
Well, I'd have to say that the number one request or question that I get when it comes to playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise is people always ask me, Brian, how do you keep track of your points? How do you keep track of your bankroll? How do you keep track of what strategy to use? Because I use more than one strategy when earning a free cruise. And this is the answer. I put this dice tracker together because I usually just use a notebook, and you could just use a notebook too. And I usually write stuff in, but a lot of times people see they don't know what I'm writing. And so I figured I would actually put a little pocket-sized booklet together. It's about the size of a passport, fits right in the pocket, and it is thicker though. It has enough for about 36 different sessions that you can record, and it says dice tracker on it. Okay, now you might say, okay, what do you track? Can you track come out sevens? Can you track points? Can you track and write down the actual numbers that are rolled? Let me show you what I have in here. I do have this grid. Okay, and every other page, this is a low content book, so it's mainly one page like this is what you would use for a session. And what you could do is you can track right here with this. I wrote up at the top, it says track whatever you'd like, rolls, points, come out in sevens, 11s, whatever, or 2, 3, 12s, you know, crap out. You can tally, like, in the box, you can tally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one box. Or if you'd like, you can actually write the number. Like, oh, it was a 2. I'm gonna write a 2. Oh, it's a 7. Okay, I'll write a 7. Now they rolled a 10. I'm gonna write a 10. You know, you can keep track of it like that if you like. Now, I usually use it as a tally marker. So every one of these boxes is 5, like a 5 tally. And so that's why, you know, you might say, is that enough if I track all the rolls? Well, there's room in the back that you can actually use and track more if you want to use that. But let's get into this. What are we talking about when we're talking about what is it that I actually track, okay? Now, I do track the event or the cruise that I'm on, my starting bankroll, the time that I check in and the time that I check out. I want to know how much time I spent playing. So I usually play at least 1 hour. So whenever I check in, if I check in at 7 o'clock at night, and I check out at 9 o'clock at night, I just write what time I checked in, what time I check out. And so a lot of times I don't have the notebook with me and I'm writing like that. After a session, or I'll use the restroom and I'll go write something down and then I'll come back to the table. But I do tally, one thing that I do tally when it comes to tallying, I do tally like come out 7s and 11s and come out 2s and 3s. Because those are, especially playing on the dark side, I want to see where I break even or if I'm overbalanced. You know, like math-wise, I should be overbalanced. A lot more 7-11s than 2 and 3s. But you don't really know unless you track it. And so that's why I track it. And most of the time, I'm pretty breaking even on it. Believe it or not, there's 8 ways to lose on the don't pass. On the come out roll, there's 8 ways to lose, and there's only 3 ways to win. And for me, I end up being about 50-50. So it's kind of strange, but maybe that's just the way it is right now in these last 3 years that I've been doing this. but I know because I track it, okay? What else do we track? Well, starting bankroll. And then a starting session bankroll I have in here. I have where you can write in your buy-ins if you buy in for multiple times during a session. The average bet per shooter, I like to track that. I like to track in an hour. And so if I have more than one average bet, like I'm gonna do the same average bet for one shooter for at least 1 hour. And then if I go to the next hour, I might do another average bet for the next hour. But then I can know, okay, this is how much my average was, because I'll add those up. Then I can see if I got the points, because it's all about time at the table and average bet. So the time you spent, if you have an average bet of say $50 and you were doing that for 1 hour, then you should have at least 50 points. Now sometimes I get more, sometimes I get a little bit less, but somewhere right around 50 points So your average bet per hour is what you should have on points. I like to get 100 points per hour if possible, because then 12 hours or a couple hours a night and I have a free cruise. The other thing is I put a color up goal. Do you have a goal that you'd like to have where I started with 300, I want to walk away with 5. I want to walk away with 4, whatever it is. What is your color up goal for the session, I also had the walk away amount or the stop loss. Like I have 500 that I'm starting with, but when I get to 200, I'm leaving no matter what, And so you could put that in, my stop loss is 200 or whatever. The other thing is, you can keep track of what you cash out so you know if you're up or down. I think that's very important because you don't want to prepay, you don't want to overpay, I should say, for a cruise. So I always say, whatever the cruise costs, some of these cruises that we're going for are like $4,000. It's a cruise for 2, and it's a $4,000 value. So I wouldn't want to bring more than $4,000 on the cruise, because if I lose all $4,000, then I just prepaid for the next cruise. So what about $2,000? And if I lost it all and got another cruise, then at least I got cruise at 50% discount, I prepaid for the next cruise. But how do I know if I got a good value or not? I keep track of everything that I do at the table. The other thing that we do is, and I'm not going over all of it, but I do say the strategies that we use, I write those down. I write down my starting points and my ending points that I got for the session. So that is what this is all about. And I want to invite you to go ahead and go to holyroller.com and grab one. It's available on Amazon, so it comes pretty quick, and Amazon will send it to you. And you can either go here to holyroller.com, get yourself some merch like a shirt and a hat and a dice tracker, okay? And then the other thing is, there is a link in the description that goes straight to Amazon. So if you want to make it quick, go to the description of this video and just hit that Amazon link, and it'll take you right to this pocket guide or this book or notebook, whatever you want to call it. I call it the dice tracker. And thanks for watching this little short video. Is this an infomercial? Maybe this is my first infomercial. It has been great, and you need to get it today. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you would, and watch this video if you'd like to see more. And thanks for supporting the channel, because this really supports the channel. And until next time, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.